What a wacky show The Simpsons is. Emphasising is. It's been going for 30 years, where the locations in the town change, characters get hurt, and the impossible is made possible. Alright, calm down, Jacob. You're not selling Bibles door to door. Fair enough. However, it almost doesn't feel real. In the context of the show, obviously, because in case you didn't notice, it's a cartoon. But what if it isn't real? What if it's all a simulation getting played out over and over again? Let me explain. During the course of the show, there is numerous contradictions that could be explained off as it's a cartoon. True, but what I'm proposing is a higher power running simulations to see the outcomes of numerous scenarios. Think the Truman Show meets, I don't know, the reincarnated again? Don't Google it. I made it up. You take an average middle American man like Homer, a traditional wife, a son, a daughter, and a baby. Put them in a town that could be near the beach, near the mountains, desert, or snow. And fill the town with a bunch of stereotypical people that have predictable reactions. The overweight and lazy cop, the alcoholic, the corrupt mayor, and the annoying neighbour that's slightly too religious. And then you play out numerous simulations over and over again, perhaps involving a nuclear power plant.
Excellent.
Resetting every time with some slight adjustments. The characters only remember fragments of their past, and every so often those controlling the simulation find they no longer need a character or want to see another character in a different situation. So what do? They remove them with little to no consequences. Take the season 11 episode Alone Again Nature Diddly. Mort Flanders is killed off by a t-shirt cannon, and there's little to no repercussions once the episode ends. Apart from a few episodes here and there, Mort is almost forgotten. I also want to talk about the violence in the show and how it relates to our world. Violence in The Simpsons happens in almost every episode. There are crowds of people constantly fighting over the smallest of reasons. Homer chokes his son, people get hurt, and again, there are no repercussions. Take the most popular kids show, Itchy and Scratchy. Clearly it's meant to be a cross between Mickey Mouse and Tom and Jerry. Wholesome family fun. However, it isn't. In the context of The Simpsons, it's a highly violent show that makes people laugh. Violence without consequence is normal in this town, almost like they are getting pushed along to release their violent tendencies. Then there's the obvious. The characters don't age, and yet time moves forward. We've had multiple backstories of the characters, multiple birthdays, Christmases, holidays, and seasons. And speaking of the characters, what's with Milhouse's parents looking exactly alike? Like they were created like that. Or the fact that there's clearly multiple Hans Molemen who have died multiple times. Sideshow Bob has massive feet. There's a weird little Krusty. Maybe one of the scenarios they've been simulating is the effects of nuclear power on an isolated town. We've already had evidence with the three-eyed fish.
1, 2, 3.
Predictions. It's no secret that The Simpsons have predicted so much. Maybe that's because they've played out so many scenarios. And finally, the celebrity cameos. If the simulation can create anyone, it only makes sense that a small, unknown town has an array of celebrities to nudge the characters in a certain direction. Now, because this is a cartoon, there's many a contradiction. They have been seen leaving the town. There have been consistencies shown. When Frank Grimes is invited into the Simpsons house, they acknowledge Homer's previous adventures, going to space, being in a barbershop quartet, but you have to admit that the show has a lot more layers than people, including myself, initially thought. And this is a theory that I believe makes relative sense and explains a lot. But what do you think?
I want some peanuts.
Have you heard this theory before? And what are your favourite Simpson theories? Comment below. And whilst you're at it, make sure to subscribe for more interesting videos and leave a like. Thanks for watching. And wherever you are in the world during these troublesome times, make sure to wash your hands.